Okay, it's about 8 in the morning. It's very cold and drizzly. During the spring festival, it was kind of warm and sunny, but it's kind of got back to the norm. We're going out this early on Sunday morning to travel to the city of Fengdu, which is also known as Ghost City. And when we get there, we're going to film a very special item of intangible cultural heritage called Fengdu wooden puppetry. This tourist area called Xiaguanshan is a collection of 6 family courtyards, Tofo Temple and the Huichuan Gate. They date from the Ming and Qing dynasties and were relocated here because of the Three Gorges Reservoir. Now, we're going to go inside the Qin family courtyard to meet Mrs. Chongqing, who is an inheritor of Fengdu wooden puppetry, and she's going to share with us the story behind this intangible cultural heritage and give us some live performances.
我是那个丰都县级非物质文化遗产木棒锤戏的第3代传承人。
对，那最开始你觉得木偶戏有哪些地方是最吸引你的？
首先是木偶的偶味儿吧，它的偶味儿应该是可以唤起所有人的记忆深处的那种童年时代的那种天真浪漫的感觉。
Here's a line of top characters from the Fengdu wooden poetry. Here we have Oxhead and Horsehead, and they played the role of leaders in the Netherworld. These 2 characters also are from that place. This one is called Bai Wuchang and Hei Wuchang. This one here so welcomes good people, whereas this one is for evildoers. This is the king of the Netherworld and his newly wedded wife, and the little bee, as we saw in the show, acts as a matchmaker for them. So I'm going to put my hand onto the handle below,
对，然后大拇指这个手托举，然后大拇指这样啊，这个食指跟大拇指握住这个盘，
Oh, okay, yeah. So I've got my hand on the handle here, and there's a little disc at the bottom which I can use to turn the head like this. Okay, so this first step is fairly easy.
对，他的头是不是又活动起来了？然后用您的手高高的举起来，对，一定要打直。这是我们木偶演员最难的一关，一直打直，这样高高的举起来，
是这样吗？
对，然后用您的左手把这个签握住，然后用这3个指头来，不让它漏下来，然后这2个指头就握住这个签。您要活动这个手呢，你就把这食指和那个大拇指握住这个签。对，跟大家打个招呼吧，挺好的。
So I can say a few things to begin with. One of the things you have to do is to hold it straight up like this. And it maybe looks quite light, but actually it's very heavy. So even now, after a couple of seconds, my arm is beginning to ache. I think turning the head is fairly easy, but actually moving her arms in an elegant way is actually quite difficult. So I was just saying to Mrs. Zhang that this is definitely an art form that looks very simple on the surface, but actually when you try it yourself, it's quite difficult. So we're talking about 1.5 kilograms in weight. So it doesn't sound much, but when you're holding it up like this, it's actually quite tough. Oh. And then also to think that doing an average show, maybe you have to hold this for about 5 or 10 minutes. Maybe not this character, but some of the others. So really, I'm very impressed with this because some of the ladies here are maybe a bit older than me as well. So goodbye. 可以给我们讲一下，就说丰都木偶戏的，就说由来嘛。
其实，丰都这个木棒锤戏呢，它就是属于我们中国的国粹，就是木偶戏的杖头木偶戏的一个分支。它承载了丰都人的就是它的一个审美。
This is one of the most eye-catching characters in Fengdu wooden puppetry, and his name is Zhongqing, and his role is to ward off evil spirits and catch ghosts in the Netherworld. There's something special about Zhongqing as well, because he weighs about 4 kilograms. The actor who plays his role has to have a waistband around, and the Zhongqing actually stands on this metal pole over here.
蟒锤戏呢，它主要以民间的老百姓身边的一些比如说喜戏，非常喜庆的一些节目。就是我们木偶表演呢，有一个最主要的一个环节，就是人偶合一。真人是什么动作，木偶就是什么动作，这样呢，你的木偶才是有生命的。
变。今天有训了该。
在这个演出过程中，带给大家不光是地域文化，也让所有到丰都来旅游的游客就是乘兴而来，满意而归，就是高高兴兴的。丰都老百姓他其实是真的是非常勤劳善良的，所以我们觉得丰都木棒锤戏呢，它真的是能够代表我们丰都老百姓的一种审美和对于那个就是美好事物的追求。
When I first saw Fengdu wooden puppetry on my first visit to Xiaoguanshan, I knew that I wanted to come back and capture the art form in more detail. I suppose the reason I really like this puppetry is that I loved the traditional Punch and Judy shows as a kid back in England. And although they don't have that much in common, the blend of storylines, designs, music, the coordination of performers is something that really fascinates me. So let's hope we can bring more attention to this art form and that Chongqing can keep the tradition alive with her team of inheritors.